Hey everybody, Joshua Phillips here with Churchill Mortgage. I'm sending this market update out on behalf of the Phillips team here. That's my wife, Amy, my son, Jesse, and myself. Hey, I always like to say if you're working with the Phillips at Churchill Mortgage, you're in great hands. We're going to take great care of you. If you happen to look online for reviews of each of us, you're going to find about 1,500 great reviews about our team from many years of serving clients. Okay, enough about that. Well, today's November 21st. I may have said that, but let's jump right into what's going on. So I picked up this headline earlier this week. I always am pulling up CNBC, which is kind of more of a business-focused website. And 2 days ago, they had a headline that said mortgage rates hit the highest level in a month, with pushing demand down a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, I know we all got excited. Some people got excited a few weeks ago when the Fed cut the Fed fund rate. But as I've always said, the Fed fund rate is not mortgage rates. And actually, the last 5 times the Fed has cut the Fed fund rate, mortgage rates actually went up. And that's what's happened once again. Now, I believe that the source that they are quoting for these rates comes from right here. So let's see if we can pull this up. So Freddie Mac has been doing a survey for like 40, 50 years. And I would say it's probably the most reliable source for interest rates. So if you look here, this is over the last year, you're going to see that rates kind of bottomed out at 4.17, and here the most recent one was 4.26. 4.17 was back on October 30th. So 3 weeks ago, I mean, you go back to 4.34, 4.30, 4.26. That was back September 18th, so 2 months ago. We're talking about 10 basis points. So here's the thing. Rates are not changing very much. I haven't actually done a market update in a while because there's just not much happening. So let's pop over here to our mortgage-backed security chart, which I often like to share. So when it comes to the mortgage-backed security chart, here's what you need to know. Green is good, red is bad, and the higher the security price, the better mortgage rates you're doing. Mortgages are bundled and sold as securities, and so the price at which they're sold has a lot to do with what the mortgage rates that are offered are. Again, this is just a chart that gives an idea of what the movements have been. Again, we want to see the green, not the red. Basically what you're looking at here is just a very narrow up and down. Again, mortgage rates not changing more than maybe an eighth of a point over the last couple of months. So rates, if anything, rates are just steady. They're not really going down. They're not really going up. They're pretty flat at the moment. But if we do zoom out here for a year, and we can look at that on the Freddie Mac chart as well. So if we look at that, all right. So we can see, okay, yeah, we were way down here back in earlier this year, and we've seen kind of security prices and mortgage rates improve. Yeah, and we're just in this very narrow band. You can clearly see that we've got this sort of ceiling that's on top of us here. We could go back to CNBC, and we can look at the on the top here at the 10-year Treasury yield, which is something that I often point clients to say, hey, keep an eye on the 10-year Treasury yield. That's going to tell us a lot about what mortgage rates are doing. I'd say it's the closest approximation to mortgage rates because mortgage rates sit on top of that 10-year Treasury yield. So let's see here if we can get this to cooperate and give us those bond prices. Well, I'd say that the 10-year Treasury yield's about 4.06. 4.06 a couple days ago was 4.14. We've seen it come down just a little bit. The lowest we've seen, though, in recent times, we got 3.99. So that was really maybe when the rates were like at their best. So if you want to keep an eye on that, something easily you can watch. We want to see that yield go down if we want to see rates improve. Now, what's going to happen in the future? I have no idea because that's impossible to know. We always have things going on that are hard to predict, like government shutdowns that last for weeks. But I personally think rates are going to kind of stay in this range for the foreseeable future. Maybe the Fed will cut the Fed fund rate in December. Maybe they won't. frankly, I don't know that it even matters. So who knows what that would do to interest rates. So, but here's the thing: rates are pretty darn good. In fact, and I'd say maybe we're kind of beating the market, but I looked at our month for myself, Amy, Jesse, for our team. We closed 10 clients. 7 of our clients got a rate in the fives. Now, different products and such, and maybe paid points to get the rate down to the fives. But 7 of the 10 clients that we closed this month got a rate that started with a 5. That's just a fact. So rates are pretty darn good. I don't know what more we can expect. We know the rates should probably may never go back to 2s and 3s. 4s would be amazing, but 5s, a 6% interest rate is like normal. Ask your AI, ask ChatGPT what a normal interest rate over a 20, 30-year period of time, and it's going to tell you that it's about 6%. So rates are normal and pretty darn good. Well, anyway, hey, hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. As always, Amy, Jesse, and I, we are here to discuss your mortgage needs, to have a conversation. We can quote more specifically for your situation and help you get pre-approved and whatever we can do to help. If you're looking to refinance, I mean, it's a decent time. We've done, I think out of the 10 loans, 4 of them were refinances. So we are finding some clients that makes sense to go ahead and refinance. So obviously here to have a conversation about refinancing as well. Anyway, have a great day. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and let us know how we can help. Take care. Bye-bye.